Pisces, get ready for scattered thoughts. A lot of ideas, but scattered thoughts, as well as love letters straight from the exes. I gotta warn you, because those pesky little punks are gonna be coming straight out of nowhere, if you know what I'm saying. It's just the season, Pisces. This is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. I'm gonna go into the astrology a little bit so you understand the introduction, and then we're gonna get into the tarot cards. Thank you so much for coming to my tarot table. Thank you so much for enjoying this reading with me. This is a message that is timeless. It comes to you when you need the message or when you're ready to hear it. So that's why there's no dates marked on my readings. And it's an energy reading, so you can apply these energies that I'm going to describe to you to any areas of your life. It may not resonate with you in your romance life, but it's right on in business or family or some sort of partnerships, entrepreneurial activity. It's an energy reading that is all around you, and I'm going to help you understand how best to use the energy to make progress this week. So it is a pesky little, it's a pesky aspect, and it's been around for a while. It's been happening all Mercury retrograde, or since Mercury retrograded all the way back to Neptune. You know, Neptune is in Pisces, that's your first house, and now Mercury retrograde is back into Virgo because it retrograded all the way back into Virgo, and that puts Neptune and Mercury retrograde direct opposition to each other. That opposition is a tough one to begin with because everything is so unclear. It's hard to make up your mind. Sometimes it can be hard to tell what's real and what's not, or you can jump to outlandish excuses because you don't have the brain power or the ability to focus on logic or to take your time and really sift through things. So you could be this week suffering from a bit of nostalgia dementia that's just not letting you focus on anything. You're forgetting everything else because you're sort of lost in where you used to be. Hearing from people, over romanticizing when you hear from people. This is not a good time to text your ex. This is not a good time to accept those texts. My recommendation would be just delete them, because you're not going to be able to be objective at all. It's just something that's off the table. And with all the info coming at you, because this Mercury retrograde is pretty influenced by Jupiter as well. There's just so much, and it's so much stuff coming at you all at once, and it's so overblown and it's so overpromised, because remember, Jupiter is a ruling dignitary too. It's so overblown, it's so overpromised. The words, it's not even that somebody's trying to be malicious or that people are trying to be deceptive. It's that they're just promising too much to sort of make up for what they don't know. They're trying to answer the questions that they don't know by bullshitting their way through it. And ultimately, this could be you this week. Like, this could be the challenge that is all about you and all around you this week. So, I would just really take it slow, and as not exciting as this sounds, Pisces, I would go just step by step. I wouldn't sign any paperwork. I wouldn't make any important decisions. The only thing this energy is really great for is to create, because so many new ideas are going to be popping into your head. I would have a recorder, record into your notes on your phone, or some sort of pen with you all the time to write down all your ideas. This would be a very good time for you to, it's not necessarily cleverness, it's legitimate creativity. It's sort of almost pure creativity. For a brief moment, Pluto and Neptune fall out of perfect sextile. This sextile has been around for all year. It's been predominantly in perfect sextile. It'll really be in sextile. Neptune and Pluto will be in sextile for another 10 years, well into 2030 something, 32, 33. Basically, this Pluto sextile aspect marks the baby boomer generation, because it started about late 1940s, late 1940s or 1950, and it's going all the way through. So it's really the lifespan of the boomers that it's really marking. And it's all about expansion and growth and doing things like awakening to something different. But what is that teaching us now? And I think that that's the important question. And if you have a lot of if you are a baby boomer, or if you have a lot of boomers in your life, or you're working with one, or you're working for one, this is a really good time to sort of observe, are they just throwing out bullshit? Are you starting to see that you don't really agree with them, and that what they'd make sense, what they thought made sense is actually making less and less sense as the days go by? Leave the comments below. I'd actually really like to know your opinion if you've had any observations on that. Just a question. And while you're there, please be sure to give this video a like. If I could just ask you to do that, that would be awesome, because it sounds like a little thing, and it is a little thing, but it helps out the video a lot. So, Ant Spirit, this is about collaboration. It's time to collaborate. Now, I think that this is true in that, especially since you could be the creative drive, and you could also, you could be the creative aspect, and somebody else could keep you on schedule. But it's almost like there's going to be a person that comes to you this week that helps you put all of your ideas into order, because getting that focus is going to be challenging this week. So partnering with somebody or trusting somebody else's advice, not to sign your life away, but just to help you put things together. I think that partnership could be really, really good for you this week, especially if you have a Capricorn in your life, because they have this wonderful trine to Mars. And as the week goes on, they have this beautiful trine toward the sun into next week. It'll just be really exceptional energy. So it's almost like you're starting to put the pieces of some sort of partnership together for... it's starting to make more sense to you, or somebody, a partner, is starting to make sense to you. But this week, I would say this to you. I would say ask your partner, ask for partnership, ask for people to help you put things together. It's just a way of helping yourself through this really challenging energy, and it will not last forever. Mercury does move fast, and it's almost out of retrograde. So that's good news for you. The abundant universe will provide. So you have abundance. And I think you're starting to put things together to build them up, to start to see that we have resources, that you're starting to figure out, or somebody can help you this week figure out how to use the resources that are in front of you. I don't know why this is the most prominent message for you right now, because there's more coming, but this is a sense of you do have so much. You just have to figure out what to do with it, and partnering with somebody could actually help you. This is abundance, it's prosperity, it's growth, it's Taurus energy. So it's usually it's tangible resources as money or something else that is also very valuable. The two of you are helping maybe to create a get together, because Aquarius energy is here. Are you guys arranging a party or a celebration of some sort? Because Aquarius energy is all about, it's almost like whistle while you work, find the treasure in the trash heap. You have so much to do, but maybe you have so many resources to thumb through that it's irritating and it's frustrating you because you can't put it all together. But whistle while you work, find the blessing in the curse, find the treasure in the trash heap. And it could just be that you get to spend time with friends, and you get to be with people that you actually like, and that it all does not have to be on you. I feel like you're constructing something, organizing something, or putting something together this week, and I would be really interested to know what that is. I'm trying to figure out which deck is calling to me. We have a little bit more from this deck. It has to still speak. Please, if you haven't subscribed yet, please remember to subscribe. This is a good time for me to ask you to do that. Wow, I knew that there was okay, now it vomits it all out. A lot is happening in the past that trickled down into where you are right now. So that's what that splash means. Please do subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you know when I upload your favorite content. Pisces content, FYI, comes out every single Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific time. Then we have be at home, stay close to home, and take the lead. A stag. And you know what's interesting? I heard a stag party. Now, I'm not sure that all of you are having stag parties, but there is a sort of like a get together that you're having in somebody's house or close to somebody's house. And it is you that's initiating everything or planning everything. This is definitely a get together. This could also be taking leadership in your family, leading a process or being close to home. But I really do think that you are creating something in your home space. I don't know if it's a homecoming. I don't know what it is. I don't think that that's as important as there's just this mentality of you have a purpose for your creativity. And maybe that's the greatest partnership that the universe could offer you right now, is it's giving you a place to put your creativity. And that's going to create comfort in a very uncomfortable situation. I like that energy. We have overcome any obstacle. This is coming from the past. This is also Taurus energy. This is a sense of being bullied, but not letting yourself be bullied. It's also a sense of being the bully, not being a real bully yourself, but like being a bull, not a bully, but a bull yourself, and just tenacity getting you through, and really proving to yourself that you're strong enough to get over anything. So you overcame a pretty tough situation, maybe with a very stubborn person. This could also be Taurus energy. Be peace. You overcame the situation by offering a fair deal or fair contribution. There was a peace offering here, and life is a mystery. And I don't know what that card is there for. That's always like the wild card. Be peace. I'm sorry, guys. I just have this cord. I got to get a wireless microphone. Be peace, and life is a mystery. I feel like you realized that you had to get over something because there was just so much that you didn't know about a situation. And so it's almost like it was like agree to not know, like find peace in not knowing. You overcame a difficult situation by finding peace with the mystery of it, or finding peace with the unfamiliarity of it, or realizing that, I'm not going to understand this now. I'm not going to be able to put all the pieces together now, but I'm going to keep moving forward. That's faith. And that's what Pluto trine Neptune and the Pluto sextile Neptune is. It's faith. It's awakening to something more important going on, or that you have other faculties that you can use outside of your sensical outlets, right? Hold on a second. We have life is speeding up, so there's a lot of communication, finally being able to talk to somebody, maybe along the wire or along a telephone wire. But this is Gemini energy, so it's communication, information, and education, helping you put things together and figure out what it is that you really want, liberating you from that confusion, It's interesting. It's like as soon as you decided to let go, as soon as you decided, I can't control this and I don't understand this, and I'm just going to keep moving forward kind of in the dark, and I'm going to go slowly even if I have to feel along the walls. It's like almost like as soon as you accepted that and found peace with that, there was communications that came through and information that came through that offered you some sort of liberation, or it untethered you from some sort of obligation to just made you feel lighter. This could also mean that you were you had a phone call or a friend, you kind of like set you free, you let them go, or maybe you broke up with somebody, but not in a bad way. You were liberated from them. Hold on. Watch your words. No, somebody was still listening and repeating everything that you said. We had a rebirth is assured. So this is like a coming back to life. You were able to it's almost like you were able to come up out of the dark, almost like you were stifled and had maybe nobody knew where you'd gone. Were you like playing hide and seek with somebody? It seems like that. It's almost like nobody really knew where you went. At a rebirth is assured, you finally were able to come out or wake up out of the dark, or come out of the dark, or come out of something and be seen again, and embrace the in-between, embrace the ambiguity and not knowing, and also a sense of the third path. The path that is not defined yet. Embrace that, maybe the answer is not one or the other. It's something that hasn't been hasn't been thought of yet. But this is Libra energy. So it's a sense of trying to, I think you were trying to understand somebody else's point of view, or almost accepting a kind of, if this were a relationship, it would be accepting we are on a break kind of energy, like accepting that you're not hearing from somebody, you don't know what's going on, and just sort of accepting that you're going to have to wait for a decision to be made, or that you're going to have to wait, or it's not about waiting. It's like you can't make a decision until somebody else makes a decision, or you don't know what's going on, so you're just going to move forward with your life and let things play out. Watch your words is here though, and that's Gemini energy too. So it's not a really great Gemini energy. It's almost somebody repeating what somebody else is saying. This could either be it's usually saying something just because somebody else said it. It's not necessarily it has meaning to you. It's just parroting something. I don't know. Were you like going through the motions with somebody a while ago? Leave the comments below. I would love to know. Because that's what it feels like. You were going through the motions in some ways. And then you have this energy of partnership and actually realizing, okay, it's almost like you could feel like this partnership would come in handy or would be good for something, but there was real tension and real misunderstandings that happened, and really you were just running on faith. I don't think that there was a lot of passion that was involved, and almost a sense of you felt like every time you spoke or said something, it was going to be taken, or you were starting to be really like fly off with your mouth, or somebody was starting to fly off with their mouth in a very critical way, and that was starting to make things really shaky, or you were trying to avoid any kind of explosive arguments because you knew where it was going to end up and you didn't like the feeling. It seems now that you're able to collaborate, you're able to figure out like what to do together. You're putting something together maybe for them, or they're the ones that can help you. This is really complex energy. Okay. Please clarify. Clarify the mystery. Life is a mystery. What is this mystery? Wheel of Fortune. That's so ambiguous. It's karma. This was a karmic situation. If you didn't logically know why you were a part of this, it was because it's karmic. It was having to complete a karmic cycle. And you did. And you are. You had to learn a karmic lesson that hadn't gotten through to you. I don't think you had seen it. And there was a major exchange of words. Please clarify, watch your words. Please clarify, watch your words. Oh yeah, somebody was taking the piss out of you. Or you, like, yeah, because the Seven of Swords is here, which is stealing or undermining. Somebody was undermining your strength with your words, or you were undermining somebody's strength with their words. It was nasty. There was just nasty things being said, and you were kind of like trying to tiptoe around this person or around this situation. So is this resolved? Yes. Before I could ask the question out loud, Libra season, you're going to see a balance finally come back in. So I don't know what this situation is. I can only assume that this person was important enough to you for you to keep them around after all this craziness. And ultimately, there is a sense of being able to balance things out, figuring out what each other is good at, which the other contributes to, and being able to assign those tasks. And it's like somebody is finally meeting you at your level, or you're meeting them at theirs. You're finding that point where it makes sense. It's like it didn't make sense. It really didn't. Now, I have a question, and I leave the comments below. I would love to know, why did you stick it out? Like, what was the underlying like desire that made you not just say, fuck this, I'm leaving? Because this is the Emperor. I don't know. This is vitality or newness, a fresh start, or sexuality. But why would they stay? Maybe somebody has some sort of authority over you, or you're trying to assume the authority. And you figure, hey, I've just gotta wait this out. I need more clarity. Why did Pisces stay? Or maybe I just ask you, why did you stay? Because for me, that's a big old mystery. And I'm not money, or you were afraid of putting somebody out or being too aggressive, right? Somebody needed money or had to wait till their money came in so they could go out on their own. You were afraid of having to go out on your own or be on your own. Or the other person was, and they stuck it out and wouldn't give up. I don't think this is using somebody for money. I just think this is like money finally balancing out, or finally belonging to somebody. I don't know. It's almost a sense of somebody had to find themselves, or it could have been work. It could have been work. It's like somebody needed to find their value because they felt out of control because they lacked funds, or you felt out of control because you lacked funds. One or the other. Somebody felt diminished. Now that they are able to find themselves when they have a career, or are finally making an income of some sort, or have finally fixed whatever this was that was holding out their money, there is a sense of resolution. They're acting like this because they feel vulnerable. And maybe that's why they're undermining somebody else. Let's get deeper into it, guys. I will see you in the extended. The link is below.